Alexis Nunes alongside Mark Ogden, still talking about the January transfer window, Augie, but not so much what happened because that's already done and dusted and talked about. But let's talk a little bit about what didn't happen, especially for Manchester United specifically, starting with Jesse Lingard. I mean, the saga continues. Are you a bit surprised that United pretty much did the most to hang on to him when clearly he wants a chance elsewhere?
It's such a complex one with Jesse Lingard because obviously he's got 6 months left in his contract. So United will now lose him for nothing in the summer. Free agent, no transfers fee. That is a big financial hit for Man United. But the view was that obviously West Ham were interested in taking him back after his successful loan spell last season. But West Ham right now are a direct rival to United for a place in the Champions League next season. So I think sensibly United said, look, you can't go to West Ham because it's too much of a threat. You could actually qualify West Ham for the Champions League at Man United's expense. So can't happen. The Newcastle one, I'm a little bit surprised about because Newcastle were ultimately prepared to pay a loan fee to pay his wages. So even if United save 5, 6, 7 million pounds in wages and get a loan fee that takes it to that figure, it's a financial plus considering they're going to lose him for nothing in the summer, and he's obviously not going to play many games between now and the end of the season. So I feel sorry for Jesse Lingard in the sense that he's caught in the middle of this, but ultimately United couldn't let him go to West Ham because it would have been a bad business move. But Newcastle, I think that would have worked for all parties because Newcastle aren't a threat to Man United, not this season, maybe not next season, but it was just a good financial move for him. So strange one, Jesse Lingard still at United, and let's hope that between now and the end of the season, Jesse Lingard does get a chance at United, a chance to kind of contribute and help them get into the Champions League because he's a homegrown player. He's a player that's always given his all for Man United. I think that it'd be foolish of United and Ralph Rangnick to cast him aside just because he couldn't get a move in the window.
And you say United will probably lose him for nothing in the summer. Just wondering if he does end up playing a bit more now under Ralph, at least in these last couple of months before the summer transfer window pops. Do you think that's inevitably where it's going to go? That Jesse Lingard is it's his only option to leave Man United?
Well, I mean, he could stay. I mean, what is he now, 29? He's not a young kid anymore. So the next contract he gets is going to be potentially his last big contract in football. So he'll weigh up all the options. And, who knows? There's a lot of uncertainty around United right now. They're going to have a new manager, we expect, in the summer. And it could be anyone. It could be Mauricio Pochettino. It could be Erik ten Hag. It could be somebody that we're not aware of yet. It could be Brendan Rodgers. And any of these managers that come in could really like Jesse Lingard. So if that's the case, then Jesse might have a future there. But as it stands right now, he doesn't. Ralph Rangnick's the interim manager, clearly doesn't rate Jesse for a starting spot in the team. So I think the most likely outcome is that Jesse Lingard moves on this summer because he'll want to get in the World Cup squad in November, December. So he came very close to the Euro squad. He'll want to get back in that squad for the World Cup. So I think Jesse Lingard will move. But, as a free agent, he's got a lot of options, and I think he'll have some very good options this summer.
Speaking of this summer, there's still some other, I suppose, grey areas when we talk about some other big names at Manchester United, Edison Cavani being one. We always hear that he does want to return home, or at least to South America somewhere. There is also the Paul Pogba issue that I suppose no matter how good it goes, people always seem to think that he does want to leave Manchester United. Thoughts on these two and probably anybody else?
Well, the situation with Cavani, I think that is fairly clear. He'll be 35 when the season ends, and I think he's been a great short-term buy for United since arriving from PSG on a free about 18 months ago now. He's scored goals, he's led the line well, he's been a great example to a lot of the younger players at the club, but he's not played much this season, and I think it's fairly obvious that he wants to get back to South America at some point in the near future. So I think he'll run his contract down and then he'll leave. United will obviously have to find a centre-forward to replace him, but I think they would have expected that anyway. That would have been something that would have budgeted for, that he's 35 and they can't expect him to stick around forever. Pogba, I think everyone expects Pogba to leave. I don't think anyone at United thinks he'll stay. His contract ends in the summer. He'll have had 6 years there, and it's not really been a successful time for United or Pogba in that time. It's not really worked. He went to United from Juventus in 2016, hoping to win the big honours at United. They signed him hoping that he would be the catalyst for those big honours, and neither's happened. And I think there's also been a bit of a broken relationship now between Pogba and the fans. I think a lot of the fans would be glad to see the back of him. I think they feel that he's not done enough. I think he's not made a difference in the bigger games. He's picked up a lot of injuries in recent times. So I think the time has come now for United and Pogba to part ways. But obviously United will get nothing for him. But the advantage is that they'll get his pretty big wages off the wage bill. So, with Cavani going, with Pogba going, with Lingard going, all of a sudden United will have a lot of scope on the wage bill at least to bring in some high earners. But obviously they're going to have to do a lot of business this summer because every area of the pitch will need addressing, and they'll have a new manager, which will obviously want to stamp his authority and his personality in the team. So it's going to be difficult. I think one other factor we have to mention is Cristiano Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's 37 on February the 5th this weekend. So again, a guy that's not getting any younger. His contract expires at the end of next season, so he's still got a year to go on his contract at the end of this season. But, he might not want to play for the manager that comes in. Ronaldo will make up his own mind, but equally, whoever the new manager is might think, Ronaldo is not for me. Ronaldo can't play as a centre forward anymore. He's not got the legs for it. He's a great athlete, a great professional, but I think he begins to get to the situation where his best role is either on the right cutting in, on the left cutting in, or as an impact sub. He's not a centre forward. So Ronaldo might actually go. I mean, this is the situation. Ronaldo won't want to sit around as a substitute next season, and the new manager might not want the problem of Cristiano Ronaldo. So a big summer for United in that sense, because so many big names have uncertain futures.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.